Hi again, Darren Gozali with Peaceful Channel, and yeah, today will be an interesting one. I think probably one of the most useful technique and our my in my own ministry, how I have been helping other Catholics, Christians, and pretty much non-believers as well. This is one that is most powerful, and people are very confused about it, and they thought that they're seeing like another planet or another world, but they're not. And I think if you watch all the videos from before, I'm sure you have a good foundation to understand that they are not really seeing anything else other than that's just their brain, how their brain functions. So, yes, today we'll talk about traumatic events. All right, all right. Let me start with, let's see. I have deleted a lot of our my own traumatic memories, so it is actually harder to recall them once it is healed. Because if it is not healed, it is very close to you. It is God is just God. It's as if you don't have trauma. So if you have PTSD, if you have depression, if you have other kind of life experience that is related to me, I want to let you know that it is a mix of everything. It's a mix of mindset. It's a mix of identity issues. It's a mix of philosophical issues. But all of those can be resolved with our very very uh, simple technique. As long as you know what is wrong, to identify what is wrong is actually the most difficult thing to do. But there is one thing: when you can imagine where the person was angry at, um, even though they move around, you can imagine that this person is like walking away and then disappeared. You are not feeling the peace, even though that person is no longer there. Okay, why is that? The reason is very very um, simple, but I don't want to go to too much detail because I honestly I want to admit that I don't understand a lot of the complexity yet. So I know I would say like probably 60 or 70% of it. But what happens is there's an eye, like a little angry eye that usually linger around to to stay there. So if there is a person that comes to your memory, that's one. Their emotion is getting copied there probably, or just stay there. I'm not quite sure like how the merging of two emotional memory happens. But what happens is usually, even though this person is moving, the eye doesn't move. So you're not looking at somebody's eyeball at all. You're looking at like a remain of somebody's angry eye who will look at you. So how do you deal with that? You cannot remove people. You cannot remove a memory to heal yourself because the even though you can get rid of an object, it might tore the entire memory and everything falls apart. But the fact that this person, whoever, usually is always a person that create a chaos in the first place, is always there, and it is just go back to another part of in your memory. It just doesn't get projected in the simulation channel. So you tend to you tend to react every time the person come back, whether it's in different case, a different setting. Still, your brain will alert you, and all the danger and hatred and everything will come back again. So that is not good, and this is why people say, well, a traumatic event takes a lifelong healing journey, but that's not true. All right, you might disagree with me, but I have helped a lot of people, and that's not true. You can remove them in 1 minute. Relive the situation. So whoever hurt you, put that person in front of you. All right, and imagine with your left brain now that you can hopefully distinguish the left and right a little bit easier. Doesn't matter if you are pro or not, but put that person in front of you. Put this person uh, toward the other way. Probably like you become a third person viewer, and that person is looking at another direction, and then put Jesus there and let this person be angry at Jesus, and Jesus is asking this person like, why are you angry? And eventually, if you believe in Jesus, and you create this role model and authority figure that has so much power, that the creator of the universe, this person have no choice but to answer that question. And Jesus can ask multiple times if this person doesn't want to answer it. And eventually, if the person becomes angry, all right, that's the key. Whether there are a lot of things that can be done to make this person really angry to the point that they are very, this in imaginary person that you put in your simulation is like inflamingly angry, and sometimes their eyes become red, or you can see weird behaviors and shouting or anything. And eventually, what if you cannot ask Jesus to ask this person that to make him wanting to answer him what happened, why is he angry or she angry, it doesn't matter. You can ask Jesus, hold Jesus hand, and then um, try to go to next to Jesus and look at this other person's eyes in those angry situation, all the feeling, and swam yourself. Hold Jesus' hand, swam yourself with this angry emotion that he's emitting, and try to act as if that you're jumping into his eyeball, and suddenly you're in the other realm. You're not really jumping to this his eyeball. What happens is you create a new canvas. If you stay calm and just look around with all the feeling that you have, you might see their childhood, or you might see whatever that happens around them. All right. We call it that we are reading the unconscious of other people. Is it a privacy issue? I don't know. I mean, we can see it anyway. I mean, not that we are trying to invade other people's uh, stuff, but to get the healing, it is necessary to go there. So a lot of people are. I just want to be very. I want to warn all of you. This has nothing to do with black magic. This has nothing to do with psychic. This has nothing to do with anything, crystal whatsoever. It's purely your brain. Okay. Otherwise, the mentalists, if they go on the show, they all will fail, because there's no such thing as mentalists who are using like black magic or anything like that. No, they don't. So yeah, the thing is, if you can imagine and start drawing whatever happens around them, you might see that this person is actually unjustly hurt by another person, usually, or something that happened, either that this person is in denial, and in some cases, the person that's angry was actually selling their life to dark energy, whether they go to tombs, to get something weird, or they have charm, or if they have they go to satanic rituals, you name it. Usually, this person will never say admit that they are hurt. They're just getting angrier and angrier. So I don't want to let you know what to do in this space, because if I do, I think I'm very sure many of you who are trying to find out and try to play around. I think that this is a game that you can jump into. No, this can create chaos in your life entirely. So for that reason, I need to skip some a lot of details. But in general, this person who is hurt needs to be asking for apology from the person who is hurting this person, the person that is angry at you. Okay, and it cannot be happening in your setting. It should happen in their setting. So you can ask Jesus to ask this person, and just talk to them and try to listen as if that they are really talking. They are not really talking. A lot of times people get messed up, that they thought that they can start hearing this person's mind and anything. a lot of them could be true that the subject might be right, but then the conversation, and the detail, even like the form of action, could be anything because it's actually in your mind. The right brain is trying to filling in the blank. That's something that is quite similar to the emotion, and your emotion has nothing to do with their reality, and your memory cannot create a memory that you don't have. So the the other person memory will be different from you, even though you can probably project the entire thing that this person is getting hurt and anything. It doesn't matter because anything you see will be false anyway. But what matters is this person wants to ask for forgiveness, so do whatever it takes to get this person understand the situation in the right way. So this is really where the structure of life psychology, and also philosophy, theology all come into play. Because if you cannot say that the hurting party is actually wrong, and you don't know what is the better way to handle it, and a lot of people are trying to come up with their own way. Okay, this should be this way. They don't know that it's actually making their life even miserable after they thought they got healing, because the the solution is actually toxic. And that's why I don't want you to do it. I've been doing it my entire ministry life, and also I do it myself with the contemplative exposure, and and well, a lot of different grace, I guess, that what I was given. And I think yeah, hopefully it gives you some ideas when you have this person, let's say, forgive another person, finally in their own realm. You can change to another cylinder, which is the original cylinder, where you can from there, once the person is get the apology from uh, the culprit, and then so the victim is accepting that apology. Usually the victim is no longer angry when you are asking, like let's say Jesus is asking the guy to uh, apologize to you. When you have that calmness, resolution, and also an ending, a good ending, so like a novel with a different ending that is good, and everyone is happy, and everyone is peaceful, everyone is loving, everyone is good, um, and is right, has a backbone. So suddenly your you know what your brain, if you remember that person, or if you remember that occasion, sorry, not that person, that occasion, you are no longer felt bound, you no longer felt control, and you are no longer seeing the evil eye, and therefore you're free. Are you going to be totally out of problems with that person? No. You probably have tons, hundreds, especially if it's your family, probably you have like hundreds of issues with them. Solving one is just solving one. And I really mean it. If you think about, if you have a baby and the baby starts touching something and then smiling and then crawling, those are like one ability, another ability. So everything, every one occasion is one. It is quite sad to know that I think the majority of people might have like around 150 to 200 or 300 traumatic events that they need to take care about. And mindset wise, most likely about 200 to probably also 300 or 400. So if you think that this quick stuff that I'm trying to tell you will remove it from all your life, no, this will remove them so that you can be free, and the next time you get hurt again, you know how to remove it quickly within seconds, so you don't actually get hurt or traumatized anymore. So I know, hopefully you can follow, and I cannot, again, I think I've been warned by a lot of people that this thing is very dangerous. So if you need help, you can contact my nonprofit catholicer.com. But otherwise, hopefully you learn something that it can be removed, and so you don't need to be hopeless, and you don't need to be angry at yourself trying to force yourself and keep failing. But yeah, other than that, see you in the next video. Thank you.